Hi, I'm Rachel from Captain Cork, and for the month of September, I am stepping up to the bar and relaunching finishing school, because if everybody else is going back to school, so are we. Today, I am stepping up to the bar with Chad, manager of our Covington Plaza location, and we're diving a little deeper into tequila. So Chad, how does tequila become tequila?
Well, it starts with the agave,
Okay.
which,
Does it matter, like, the plant itself?
yeah, for it to be tequila, it has to be the blue agave. That's a law in Mexico,
Okay.
mandated by the government. It looks like a big pineapple. That's a juvenile way of saying it. Must be the blue agave to be tequila.
Okay.
And if it's not a blue agave, but it's still a distilled spirit, then it's mezcal.
Mezcal.
Can be
So
any-
mezcal is like a cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mezcal can be any agave.
Gotcha. Okay. So then I noticed like you can't get away from the fact that across the counter here, there's so many different colors.
Yes.
So how do these differ from one to the next?
Well, all tequila starts here, which is a distilled spirit.
Okay.
That's silver or blanco, or some call it plata. All tequila, no matter where it ends up in the spectrum of tequila, starts here.
Starts there. Okay.
You put this in a barrel, and you age it for up to 18 months, and it turns into this beautiful golden reposada.
Yeah.
Reposada means rested.
Is the barrel so similar to the bourbon structure?
Yes.
Is it a new barrel or is it an old barrel?
Good. That's a good question.
question.
It does not. It's usually charred. It can be reused. So
Okay.
yeah, that answers that.
So it could be-
frequently they use wine barrels
Okay.
or use bourbon barrels.
So that could also impact the individual brand, flavor, whatever it may be.
very much so. Yeah.
Okay.
And color.
Right.
Codigo Tequila has a product called Rosa, which has a pink tint to it.
Pink,
That's
okay.
aged on the Cabernet Sauvignon.
Makes sense.
Very nice.
So the repo then is just a little bit golden.
Yes.
Does the age then progress as we
Yes.
move across?
This one is up to 3 years.
Okay.
It's Anejo, which means extra aging.
Nice.
And it's more flavors come out from the barrel, and you get the char and the vanilla and the tannins, just like a good whiskey.
The longer it's in the barrel, the more barrel characteristics
Right.
that are gonna come
The
out.
more it's influenced by the wood of the barrel.
Okay.
Yeah, very much so.
And what's our candidate over here?
That's called extra añejo, which is even longer than
Aged
3
even
years.
further.
And you
So in the traditional sense, you would at least have these three represented. Is extra añejo a regular offering for a lot of brands?
It's actually, I think it's relatively new on the market.
Okay.
Very good stuff. If you were sipping on it, which we hope you do,
Yes.
Captain Cork, enjoying the flavors of the different brands, you would probably start here or here and come this way. So if you use silver tequila in your mixed drink, you won't color it. You won't have the
Okay.
influence of that. Some people do use reposada, and that gives you kind of a cloudy, dusty appearance in your margaritas.
So not as much of a variation, but that the blanco or the silver
Right,
is the
yeah.
more traditional
Yeah.
in a mixed drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your flavor comes from the mixer,
Gotcha.
the sweetness.
So what other variations do we have up here of tequila, or what other things
Sure.
can you find?
If you come up through the aging process and you end up with extra añejo, and then you run it through a carbon filter, charcoal filtration,
Okay.
you take that color back out, and you end up with what's called Cristalino
Okay.
tequila, which is only available limited. Not very many brands even make it.
Okay.
You get the taste and the beauty of an extra añejo.
With the clear spirit.
Yeah, you can.
That's
You
amazing.
can make a very expensive margarita.
I can only imagine. It would probably be delicious.
I'm sure it would be. It's deceiving though. The first time I had it, I had to close my eyes because my body screamed, "Dude, you're drinking silver."
But it tasted, like extra.
It's gorgeous.
Nice.
It's fun. It's, a big part of drinking is, let's be honest, it's something to talk about
Yeah.
with your friends at the table.
Yeah, this is beautiful. And
It is.
available at Captain Cork. Better.
Captain Cork Covington.
Covington Plaza. So the mezcals are,
Yes.
are cousin to tequila.
Yeah.
What makes it, I guess, what makes it not tequila? Why is it a cousin and not the same?
Sure, that's a very good question. Mezcal is the national drink of Mexico.
Okay.
It can be made from any agave plant. It doesn't have to be blue. And it's actually more prevalent, more.
Okay. Just because the restrictive nature of the blue agave with the actual tequila.
Mother Nature is a beast when it comes to tequila. It takes so long to make good tequila, and the agave plant has to be very mature.
Of a certain age.
So they kill
Okay.
it to kill. It's probably the bad word to use there. They
Harvest.
harvest it to make tequila, and there's a long wait before you can make more. Where other species grow faster
Okay.
and are more prevalent. And
Makes
also,
sense.
one thing I left out earlier is tequila can only be made in a very select few places in Mexico.
Oh, so that's another one of the restrictions of it being called tequila.
Correct. Yeah. There's
Okay.
very.
So it's a geography restriction
I
too.
think 4 provinces in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
All that's allowed legally to
So
make
really
tequila.
restricted.
Yeah.
So-
So this same beverage made in a place that's not one of those has
Would
to
be
be
a
mezcal.
mezcal.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you go to drink tequila, I'm sure many of us have only ever had tequila out of a shot glass. Is that the preferred method, or is there another way to enjoy it?
I prefer a wider mouth cup
Okay.
or an expensive whiskey cup like
Okay.
a Glencairn.
So you can treat it like you would a good whiskey
Yeah.
or bourbon.
Yeah, the analogy most people know is cognac, where you swirl it, the heat from your hand causes some vaporizing of the,
Yep.
of the liquid, which then, so your smell is as important as your taste buds
Right.
when it comes to taste.
So that's my next question. What are the things that you're looking for when you go to taste tequila? Are you nosing tequila and letting it flood your palate? Same as you would a wine or a bourbon or whatever it may be.
Probably closer to bourbon than wine.
Okay.
I actually, personally, I smell with my mouth.
Okay.
My nose first and then my mouth, and then I take it in my mouth.
Yeah.
And don't swallow right away. You want to, if you're truly sipping a good tequila, you want to treat it like it's hot coffee.
Okay.
It's going to burn you if you drink it too fast. It'll burn your throat if you swallow
That's
it.
a good one. I've never heard it
Yeah.
put that way, but that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
We demonstrate this regularly if you'd like to stop by. How to consume.
How to consume
Yeah.
high grade tequila.
Yeah. I know people like shots. It's fun. It's funny. It's a dare. It's really.
But when you get deeper into the spirit and truly appreciate the history and the heritage and what's in the bottle and what it takes to have what's in the bottle,
Yeah.
what it takes to get to that point, then that's when you really want to savor it.
Right. You really are on a good tequila. You're wasting your money to do a shot.
Yep. So when somebody stops into Covington Plaza just getting into tequila, where would you have them start to try something?
Well,
Is there a particular area? Like, do I start with just buying a Blanco, or do I have to buy 2 to compare? What's a good approach?
I always recommend people start with Reposado
Okay.
if they're looking to sip. Silver is very good, but you don't have any of the barrel characteristics.
Gotcha.
I hate to say nothing to learn, but one of the things I enjoy about life and work and friends is I always like to learn. I want to learn how this tastes and why it tastes the way it does. And you
Okay.
just don't get that from a silver tequila. So I would always recommend probably Reposado.
Okay.
It's going to be the lowest price of the 3 almost always. And then if
It's
you
a good
want to,
starting point.
it really is. You get the barrel characteristics. If you step up to an Anejo, although it's better, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to like it more than
Right.
you like this one.
Right.
It's all, Captain Cork's favorite statement. What's your favorite drink? The one in your hand.
Yep.
So yeah, and then the extra Anejo expense can come into play here.
Right.
For example, the one we're looking at here, that's a barrel pick we made, and it's a $79 bottle. There's no doubt in my mind most people will like this very much and appreciate it.
Right.
But it doesn't mean you need to start there. to
doesn't
like it.
mean you have to start in this category.
Right. Yeah.
Awesome.
Usually Reposado.
That makes sense to me. That's where I would start. Just work my way up the rainbow. Well, Chad, thank you very much for sharing your knowledge and stepping up to the bar with me today.
Thank you.
If you want to find out or learn a little more about tequila, I would definitely stop into Covington Plaza, talk to Chad and his crew, and see if they can hook you up with a great starter repo. Would be an awesome place to start on your tequila adventure. Follow all the fun we're having at Cap and Cork, and make sure you sign up for our email newsletter at capandcork.com. Cheers!
That's all this week from the Cap and Cork Studios. We'll keep you in good spirits, and you keep us in good company. We'll see you right back here next week.